Attention everybody, it is Monday, September 10th, and this is episode 52 of The Daily Comic. I'm Jimmy Bird. This is a show in which I read one comic book a day, then come here and tell you what I think about that comic. Let me start off by apologizing. I haven't been doing it for a couple days. Life got the best of me. Been kind of busy, but now I'm back, hopefully on a very daily schedule to talk to you about the comic books that I'm reading and maybe whether or not you should read them yourself. I know to the four of you out there that are really watching this show, you're kind of lost and had no idea what to read the last 3 days, but I'm here to save the day once again and to save you money and time by reading Border Town issue number 1. Border Town issue number 1, DC Vertigo Comics. This is one of the relaunch of the Vertigo line. DC had this line of comics that was more dark and twisty back in the 90s and early 2000s. John Constantine, Hellblazer, was one of those guys. Now they've brought back the Vertigo line, and one of the launch titles for that line of comics is Border Town issue 1. Eric M. Esquivel writing, Ramon Villalobos doing the art, Tamara Bonvillain doing the colors. Those names are significant because this is a story dealing with a young man named Frank. Frank is a new kid in town of Devil's Fork, Arizona. Him and his family are moving there, and it's just that typical story. We've all seen this story before. We've all read this story before. The fish out of water, new kid in a new place. What's the culture like? Adapting. It's just got that great teenage drama, smartly written. The characters all have their place, and they're not dumb. They're not dumb teenagers, but they all have something they believe in and a reason why they believe in it. But it's also, again, Devil's Fork, Arizona is a border town. It's very charged with this anti-immigration stuff. Lots of Mexicans and white Americans living in this same community. Racism, bullying, all that stuff is dealt with in this, but in a very smart way to kind of set the backdrop of what seems to be a bigger mystery. That not only is this a border town for Mexico, America, but it seems to be a border town for this mysterious other kind of world where mythic monsters and legends kind of have a portal and gateway into our reality. And they show pictures of that. Very, very cool. And the story, so this is a very bloody, kind of adult-sensed type comic, but at the same time, you've got this great teenage melodrama playing out, kid trying to find his place. You've got this great character here who just kind of like big, like of mice and men kind of guy, but he just loves people, and he wears that luchador mask, and if you kind of even the symbolism, he wears a fanny pack with a Bizarro pin on it. Excuse me. So the art is just one of the major players in this. It's a fun story, fun art. When you see this mythical place, you see even more of how fun this art's going to be. I think, again, in my opinion, this could be a sleeper hit. It's going to be one of those things, like if you ever watch a television show and nobody cares about it for the first 2 seasons except for a handful of people, and then by the 3rd season, all your friends won't shut up talking about it because they've all discovered it somewhere, somehow. I think Border Town could be that kind of thing. When you look at it, it's very unassuming. It's a very kind of, you know what? There's no guys in capes. There's no zombies. You're not thinking much of it. But at the same time, if you give it a chance, and I think once it gets a few issues under its belt, we're really going to be seeing some great storytelling. And there's really no telling where it could go. They've set up a great backdrop to tell an amazing story that could go a bunch of different ways. So Border Town issue 1 in stores now. Well, if you read Border Town 1, what did you think about it? Am I off base with my opinion? You can tell me in the comments below. You can also tell me what you think I should read next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell them that they should watch this show. Let's get up to 50 subscribers, and have a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow.